Hi, welcome to this Pecha Kucha, all about me and my artwork. My name's Sam Horn-Norris Bradbury. If you're unfamiliar with the Pecha Kucha form of presentations, each slide is 20 seconds and you just have to run through it. I did it this morning for the Foundation Art students as part of the Gingko Forum that they put on at Truro College. So, right, we're jumping straight in. This is me on the left. That's me drawing monsters, most probably. I've always been a big fan of drawing monsters. In the middle, that's me at art school at Falmouth Uni. And on the right, just ready to do an art workshop. I think that was in Newquay, doing botanical natural dyes and things like that. I've always been a big fan of printing. I mainly did printmaking and collage when I was at uni. These are a couple of more recent lino cuts, a few years old now, but I've just done them at home using the back of a spoon and no fancy workshop or anything. Here's some collages that I've done. These have been all done in the last sort of 5 or 10 years. So heavily influenced by the work of Hannah Hoch, but I'm also very influenced by comic books and fantasy and sci-fi and surrealism, and that all tends to come out quite a lot in, especially in my collage. Some illustration here on the left there. That's just a monstrous bat. My wife's an ecologist, and so I spend quite a lot of time with bats. I was in a mine just this Sunday as well. On the right there, that's actually done with printed Lego and then worked into it with colours, just to show a little range of some of my illustration work. Again, just to show off the breadth of some of the styles that I use. The top left there is I'm always drawing while we're doing Dungeons and Dragons. The right there, it's a painting done in Newquay as part of a big show there, which was an art fair type thing. Here's just a few examples of things I've done, more commercial stuff. On the right, that was for a beer bottle. There's that horse skull was for an album cover, but I've done things for punk bands who've done hot sauce and patches and all sorts of cool stuff. So I also do lantern making and lantern workshops with Truro City of Lights alongside Sue Lloydell and Tony Crosby. I've really enjoyed that. What I most like about it is the community side and doing things outside and with lots of different groups of people. It's always different. These are just a few pictures here. On the right there, that's my lovely wife, Amy, just playing with some wings. You get to do lots of cool stuff and go lots of different places. There's Lord Vader with a few of Tony's and Sue's lanterns in the back there as well. That was at Great Estate Festival. So as well as doing that, City of Lights, in the bottom right there, there's Tony in his hat. We did these big builds at Watergate Bay for sort of an arts on the beach type festival a few years. These are all made out of willow and then had things put through them, weaved into them by the public. Falmouth Week, I tend to do a big build for Falmouth Art Gallery. This was last year as the giant lobster, the space lobster, which was really fun to make. But I've also done a giant fish, a big caterpillar type creature that people could get inside. So as well as that, a big fan of making electronic music. So during lockdown, I took on the challenge of doing something a bit different, started making electronic music, and the arty side of that, making your own t-shirts, your own patches, posters, masks, all sorts of cool things I really enjoy. And it kind of got me into making album art for Three-Eyed Cat Records, which was a charity electronic label that we started, and really, making interesting artwork, music videos, all sorts of this cool stuff, all using pixelated art. It was something quite new for me at the time. Here's some examples. I said we made masks and things in Humbug as well. On the right there, that was at an album launch, which was a great fun thing to do. But we've also made masks for, at the top, that's the Mock Mayor event in Penryn. And I won that year. The Slug King, I should say, won. So this was at Crowgy last summer as part of their summer showcase. They did a short residency where you had it was like a week to 10 days of studio time. I made puppets heavily inspired by Paul Klee and made out of all sorts of junk that I've been collecting over the years. And I do work in 3D, not just in masks. Some of those top left masks, I really love working with cardboard. But I've also made puppets, and that biting creature there with the interesting teeth, that was for mine and Amy's wedding. It was a nipper stick from Labyrinth, and a Necronomicon there as well from Evil Dead. So I've also been interested in using lots and lots of different materials. I've never stuck to one thing. Wood carving's pretty recent for me, and Cornwall wood carvers, they're a lovely bunch of people, and they've taught me a lot of stuff about whittling and carving and things like that. Here we go. This is me doing a bit more illustration. Predominantly this style, I really enjoy using brush pens and, sort of square tipped brushes to do this calligraphy. It almost looks like writing sometimes as well. I love that style. I've included these pictures just to show the breadth of stuff that I do with, what I enjoy doing with some of the community workshops and art workshops for home ed groups and schools. Is you never know what you're going to do. You work with all sorts of different materials, and that's one of the reasons I really love it. Here is some sketchbooks on the right. That's just one sort of tower of sketchbooks in my art room. Just to kind of show, I mostly work in my sketchbook while watching films, but it's also convenient. You've always got a sketchbook with you. There's a rabbit helping me in the top left corner there. And I just think I'm really interested in sketchbooks. And I included this picture, especially at the end, just because I was always taught, well, I can't remember who told me, but it's something I live by, is that you're only as good as your last picture and your last piece of art. So this was done just 2 days ago.